Hi Pisces, welcome to your week ahead horoscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Pisces, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember, they are general readings, so not everything's going to resonate with everyone, and that's just fine. And don't forget to use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your key to the week this week, the card that you have is the Chariot card. So where is it that you're going, right? This week you could find that you are on the road. Maybe you're taking a road trip. Maybe you're going to visit friends, going to visit family. There's something about your week this week that has a transient feel to it. So you're a bit of a Felicia this week, right? Here, going here, there and everywhere, but having a lot of fun doing so. I will say with the Chariot card as well, this is going to be a personal victory of some sort, and it does feel like it is personal. This is something that you are winning at. So this could be a goal that you've set for yourself. This could be something that you had always wanted to do. Maybe this is you in a lot of ways working out what it is that you, or not even working out, like this is you enjoying the fruit of something that you've already put the hard effort into, but it is something on a personal level. So it doesn't feel like it's necessarily to do with work. This is maybe a goal that you'd set for yourself with your body. Maybe it's a goal that you'd set yourself with your finances. There's something this week that you are winning on a personal level. If you are a continued subby, you know Rafi loves you. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. So your foundation for the spread is the Page of Cups, right? So this is interesting. The Page of Cups coupled with the Chariot card as a time sequence literally represents the time of Cancer. So there's two ways that you could read this. One, whatever happens for you over the course of this week, and it makes sense because we've got that powerful full moon in the sign of Aquarius, which technically is, if you're a Pisces ascendant, this is your 12th house. So this could be something that's coming back into the fold, something that is being revisited or redone for you. So what was happening about or around your career, what changes were happening in your career, or what opportunities had come up for you in the time of Cancer. So late July coming into late June coming into early to mid July, what were the opportunities that were there for you, or the changes that were being made that you couldn't work with or that you couldn't move ahead with at the time? You might be revisiting them this week, or this suggests that whatever is happening now, you will be revisiting again next year around that time, right? So this is a powerful moment to take stock of. For your actions and options with the world at large, you've got you've got the Queen of Pentacles, right? So looking at the finances, looking at the resources, look at the budget this week, paying attention to the finances, the resources. So it probably is going to have something to do with your work or your money. The fact that it is the Queen of Pentacles, I think you're gearing up to make a financial move of some sort. For some of you, this might be a purchase. Maybe you're wanting to buy a home. For some of you, this could be maybe the purchase of a new car. Very possible. Sometimes tarot gets really literal, and it can literally represent a car or a vehicle of some sort. Because you've got this Queen of Pentacles here, there's a sense that it's like, I'm done having something that will just do. Now I want something that is going to do the job. Like, this is you, I think, in a lot of ways, being very conscious of that, right? So it's kind of like maybe you're done buying a runaround for a car, and so now you want to buy something that's decent, that's going to last, that's going to stand the test of time. Maybe you're done with renting, and so now you're working towards buying. Maybe you are over how you feel in your body, so you want to start working out. Like, any number of things, but this is about you saying, no, I want better than what I have, and I'm going after it. I'm going after it from here on in. For your communications and conversations, you got the King of Pentacles. So this tells me that this week there is definitely some sort of career advancement or growth. The finances, the money looks good this week, right? There's something about these two cards coming together. And I'm going to talk about the interpersonal aspect in just a moment. But there's something about these two cards coming together that, for me, really highlights that you are... like there's some advancement here, and maybe it's something that you'd set your sights on a long time ago, or something that you've really worked hard for or towards. For some of you, this could literally be a job offer that comes spontaneously. Maybe you meet somebody and they say, look, you know what, I really love the way that you work. Are you interested in this, this and this? It could be that a recruiter reaches out through LinkedIn, or do you know what I mean? Like there's so many ways this could hit for you, but it really does feel like a step in a direction that supports the lifestyle or the life that you are choosing to have from here on in. When it comes to your, for those of you that work for somebody else, mentioned that. For those of you that work for yourselves, business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, I love this, right? It's kind of like whatever hard work and effort you've already put in, now you see the real results. This is where the money starts to come in. This is where the sales start to come in. This is where, you know, products start to move. This is where people start to find your business and things start to really accelerate. It's been a long time coming, and I get the feeling that now it's kicked in. It's going to be like this consistent flow. If you do work for somebody else as well, again, there's this long time coming energy behind it, and I wouldn't be surprised if you guys are headhunted this week. For those of you that are retired or no longer working, this is one, looking after the budget, like asking yourself, how can I increase the money that I've got to look after me through, you know, my retirement, etc. But it could just as easily see you taking skills that you have and putting them to use in a way that earns you money, but isn't like, you know, you don't have deadlines to do and all of that crap. You can just enjoy doing what you love, and it's like, you know what, this is earning me a little change at the same time. Great. For your love and relations, you got the Ten of Swords. So there's something that you need to lay to rest this week, right? So for those of you that have had a breakup, been through a breakup, there's something that, with the Ten of Swords, it's something that comes to a finite end, and you're having to lay this to rest, right? It's right underneath the Queen of Pentacles, which suggests that you maybe have staved this off for a while, but you haven't fully committed to healing, or not even healing, but just cutting the cord, right? Really releasing whatever was there with that person. It's a very heavy card, this, I'm sorry to say. When it comes to those of you that are partnered or in relationships, not all of you will be ending your relationships this week. It doesn't suggest that, but it does suggest that there is potentially a fight brewing between you and the partner this week. And unfortunately, there's two aspects of this that seem to be coming through. One, there are going to be some things said that need to be said but won't be able to be taken back. And two, it looks like this blowout has been kind of building for a while. You've got very different views on something, and they're about to really test your relationship. The ones that already have very big cracks in the foundation may not survive this full moon, I'm sorry to say. And the reason I say that is because, especially for those of you that are Pisces ascendants, this full moon is taking place in your 12th house. And this is the house of endings, completion, karma, the deeper aspects of the subconscious, the mind. It's also been known as the house of self-undoing, self-sabotage. All of those things might come to a head around this full moon, and it's going to be a powerful one at that, at 29 degrees of the sign of Aquarius, which is known as a critical degree, that can bring more intensity than we're used to. You add to the fact that the full moon itself is already quite intense, and it's a full moon, so it's fully illuminating what needs to be looked at and what cannot be ignored anymore. It kind of, in a good way, I like this because it's like shining a light into the deepest and darkest recesses of your life and yourself to illuminate what might be holding you back. And so therefore you can clear and clean your inner sanctum, right? Your mind, your heart, your spirit, your psyche. That can be really beautiful, so healing and cathartic. On the other side of it, it can be almost like the universe grabbing your head and rubbing your nose in the proverbial, poo. And it will be one or the other. It will be the universe grabbing your head and rubbing your face in the shit if you refuse to look at it. If you look at it with an open heart and an open mind and just say, okay, you know what? Whatever I need to know, show me. Let me see it. Let me acknowledge my part in it. 12th house, self-undoing, self-sabotage. Let me acknowledge all of those things and then put it to the side, right? Let me clean out the closet in that way. If you can approach it that way, I think you'll get so much more out of it than maybe you even have considered. If you don't, and you want to stay willfully blind and you just want to ignore it and that everything's fine, I'm not sure you will be able to. That's as much as I will say, because I'm getting too far into it. For your money and materials, you've got the death card, right? So, ow, sorry. Now, this combination is one of the few combinations in tarot that means literal death. And I'm sorry to say, but I actually feel like this is going to be a family member. Because you've got the King and Queen of Pentacles here, I would say these are likely to be grandparents, people that are older. It's very possible. However, because these cards can also spell an ending, and you've got the King and the Queen of Pentacles, this could also be a breakup of some sort that we see on the wider world stage between celebrities, etc. Or it can be people that you have in your life that have been together for years and seemed really solid, and this week you hear that they're breaking up, and it's like, holy crap, of all people I never thought it would be or could be them. So that's something to consider. Now, when it comes to your finances, this is the end of a debt. Something that you have had, maybe something that you've paid off, maybe you're paying the last payment, maybe you are releasing it, right? Because it's the death card in your money and materials. So this could be literally, or maybe this new work or this new influx of sales that comes in completely puts you in a place to settle a debt, to end a debt, which could be great. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, this is all of your reproductive system and area. So, whether you're a man or a woman person, look after yourself in terms of your sexual health this week, especially. And then when it comes to your home and environment, I mean, it's right underneath the King of Pentacles and the Chariot card. I don't know why, but I think this is going to be activating for a lot. So I talked a lot about Pisces moving over the course of this year and over the course of the 2021 videos that I did. For some of you, this could be activating that, but I don't feel like it's like, oh my God, now I need to move. It's not like you're being thrown out. It's more a case of, you know what, this is the last of the karma that I needed to clear, and now I'm ready to go. That powerful full moon in your 12th house is giving you, through the gate 23, assimilate through the Human Design Oracle deck. And that's really powerful, because this card is, the 12th house in the zodiac is ruled by Pisces, right? That's your natural area. And so it gives you this ability to transcend all things and to permeate all things, which is amazing, right? To tap into the collective unconscious, as it were, to dream dreams and find ways to project them out into the world so that they manifest. The Assimilate card is very much that. You've got the snow globe on there with the castle inside. The snow globe represents the ability to dream the idea, and the castle represents the ideal. And what this card says to you is, how do you fuse the dream world with the material world so that you can manifest that? What is the goal? What is the dream? What is the hope that you have at this moment in time? This could be a powerful week for you, really imprinting that on the universal construct and then seeing it literally come from the ground up. So, that full moon, use it to best effect. And, that whole analogy that I gave you there with the you know, cleaning out the closet and stuff. This is a very powerful full moon for you. Use it to your advantage. Let it do what it's supposed to do. All right. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.